Damn it. Go where he's going. Go where he's going, not where he is. Oh my god. Okay, that's the name of the game with this thing. Where they're going. Predict their movement. Come on, bud. You can do this. Hey everyone, how's it going? Puntastic77 here, coming to you with some Team Fortress 2. Hope you're doing well. I'm playing a little bit of the soldier class here with the direct hit, the buff banner, and the whip thingy here on CP Gorge. And if you're watching this gameplay here and you are a long-time watcher of my content, long-time fan of the channel here, you're going to be seeing a lot of different things that you're really not used to. So you're probably saying to yourself, like I always assume you're saying to yourself in a lot of these videos, Puntastic, you're playing the soldier class on Team Fortress 2. What's new? What's different? What are you talking about here? Well, yes, I do play a lot of Team Fortress 2. That is a lot of the content on my channel just because I like this game and you seem to like it as well here. But it's really nice to mix up stuff that you're used to doing normally. So for example, I usually play the soldier class with the stock rocket launcher, the battalion's backup, and the whip thingy as well. But this time I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play a little bit of the direct hit. I know I suck at leading my shots, but I'm gonna try and I'm gonna do better, and hopefully I'll just improve a little bit. And you know, I'm playing on Gorge, and I usually play you know, maps like Upward or Bad Water, you know, basically payload maps, and maybe some Dust Bowl if I'm feeling like playing a game for like 35 minutes, and then, you know, at the end people just rush in and then that's how they win the game. Anyways, so playing a little bit of CP Gorge here just because hey, why not? I wanted to try it out, and yeah, you can see at the beginning here I left a clip of me talking. This is all from the live stream. That's why I've switched to the music in the background now, because I'm just constantly cursing and screaming and hollering and hooting in the back. So at the beginning, you know, that was kind of like my pep talk to myself. It was like, okay, dude, the way to play this class, or the way to play this loadout, is to lead the shots. Because usually when I play soldier, it's like aim at their feet, you know, try and get the most splash damage. But with this, it's you can't do that. You have to aim where they're going. You have to directly hit them, as stated in the name. So it was really a good pump up at the beginning, and this is the first game I got playing this, and I kept the entirety of every life throughout the series, both on offense and defense, obviously removing some of the boring parts like me healing up or, you know, walking around the map. But I thought it was important to kind of get a sense of, you know, the importance of, you know, sticking to your role and doing your job, basically. So you just saw the scoreboard there. I did not top score, and, you know, most people would just want to post a gameplay of them, you know, top scoring and just getting the amazing kills and frags. But, you know, I was taking out sentry guns, I was doing some prime, you know, things that the soldier should do, and it resulted us in getting a win here. And you can see, you know, I just taunted after that, and this is definitely my just desserts for taunting is that little kill over there. You gotta taunt a little bit here, you know, as a crit, like, you know, it's good when luck goes in your favor. Anyways, so I really wanted to talk a little bit about changing up playstyles in games that you're really used to playing. So that was really the theme of this video, and just the gameplay in general when I was playing with the direct hit was I'm playing a class I'm familiar with, but I changed up the style. So yeah, you have a certain way of playing something, but you need to change it up. It's always good to change things up, both in life and in Team Fortress 2, gaming, whatever. You know, another thing I just want to pause really quick is that it's really important to make sure the buff banners are at opportune moments, not just for you, but for the whole team. So I usually wait until a group of my teammates are clustered around a certain area and I see a certain amount of enemy gamers on the other side here. And you can hold down the buff banner when your rage meter is full. You don't have to just click it and automatically do it. You can kind of hold it up to the mouth, and just it'll go, and you just wait there, and then you just wait and wait, and you'll see me do that a few times. Sometimes I think I hold it too long, but other times I think it was right, just right here. So anyways, going back to talking about switching up your playstyle, switching up the way you do things in life, I kind of want to talk a little bit about how you do it in TF2 and how you do it in life, and some examples of that from my own experiences here. So the example, you're obviously watching the example from TF2, is me playing the direct hit soldier. I'm very familiar with the soldier. I understand the mechanics of the class, what I'm supposed to do with it. But the direct hit makes you have to play a different way. I would say it's a little bit more selfish on offense, and on defense, it's a little bit more selfish on defense because you're not trying to go for that splash damage, you're trying to go for direct damage. So you really want to focus on getting those 1v1 kills. I think what I did a lot of in this gameplay was focusing on trying to hit the medics, because I know when I play medic that if I take 50 damage, 60 damage, I started getting really nervous. I don't like to push up, and any time you can get the enemy team to back up to either refill their health, their ammo, whatever, that's going to be more time off the clock. Anyways, so switching it up and talking a little bit about life. I think a lot of life in general for a lot of people is like continued routines. It's just doing the same thing over and over again, and we like to get comfortable, you know, like a rolling stone gathers no moss, and we really love to collect moss as people. I know that I do. I'm very guilty of that, but I think just in life naturally the way it's set up kind of favors that. So for example, you know, you have your routine. You wake up at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever, to get ready for school. You go to school, you hang out with your friends, you go to class, you know, you're there until like 3 o'clock. You go home, you know, do your homework, or you do sports if you're in high school or middle school or whatever. And then you come home and you know, have dinner, maybe do some more homework, play some TF2 for like an hour, and go to sleep, and that's your Monday through Friday. Your weekends, maybe you change it up and you do a little bit of variation from the norm, but it's still kind of the same routine. And you know, this changes when you go to university, this changes when you get a job in life, and you do have these like transitional periods where, you know, the routine is kind of mixed up and you're like, oh, this is new. Like, you know, when I got my first job out of college, I was like, oh my god, like I can do whatever I want. Like I don't have to just go home and, you know, do homework. Like I'm done at 5 o'clock. When I finished my job, you know, like I was done. I went home, did nothing, and played video games a lot and watched movies and stuff. And then you get into that routine as well too, where, you know, that is your routine. You know, you go home, you go to the gym, cook dinner, you know, you talk with your friends on the phone or something like that, whatever. Anyway, so you understand what I'm saying, is that you get into certain routines and it happens, but it's always really good to mix it up. So like, for example, this year, what I really tried to focus on just personally was stop being so schedule oriented. So for example, you know, when I would go out to meet with friends or, you know, hang out with people or whatever, I would always have to follow like a schedule. Like, okay, we're going to meet at 7 o'clock and it's going to be on this Tuesday and we're going to be there for 2.5 hours and I'm going to consume a moderate amount of alcohol and go home. But I was like, you know what? I live like too close by the rules. I do too much. I don't take risks, you know, and I'm not saying like go out and get super drunk and drive a car. That's definitely a stupid risk to take. You should never do that. That's horrible advice. But I'm saying, you know, like, hey, just call up a friend and be like, hey, dude, it's 7 o'clock on a Wednesday. You want to go grab a drink or something, or you want to just hang out, or you want to play video games or whatever? Yeah, sure, let's just do it. You know, there doesn't need to be a plan for everything. And obviously it doesn't work 100% of the time. You know, people have their own lives and follow their own schedules, but it's really nice to just kind of be spontaneous sometimes. You know, in regards to taking more risks in life, I felt like, you know, I stretched myself a little bit more in regards to like opening up to people and like trying new experiences and hanging out with new people, trying new foods, whatever. And you can, you know, relate it to your own life. And I'm not saying you should try new things. I'm just saying that that was my goal for, you know, the last couple of months here, was trying new things and just kind of changing things up from the normal. Obviously I didn't become like a heroin addict or something like that, but, you know, I still changed it up and tried some new stuff. I don't know why I keep going back to like dangerously stupid things like drugs and drinking and all that. Don't do that, any of that stuff. Okay. Anyways, so, you know, just going back to video games in general, you know, like I feel like I've said it many times with the way I play certain types of classes, like, oh, you know, I don't really play the sniper, spy classes. I really do like the power classes, like, you know, the heavy, the soldier, you know, maybe the demo man sometimes. And I really just kind of tend to gravitate towards those in all gaming situations. You know, like if I'm playing a game like Battlefield or Call of Duty, I definitely choose, you know, more the submachine gun classes, the assault rifles, and I'll never really deviate from that. You know, I'll never play sniper. I'll never play knife only. If, you know, we're doing only use me blade, shout out to him, awesome Call of Duty YouTuber from back in the day. And when I do venture out from those, like, oh, I'm going to play the Huntsman, or I'm going to play, you know, pistols only, or I'm going to do quick scoping, which I would never do. But if I were to do it, it would be like a folly, like something just, I did it for fun. Like, it's so funny that I did this. It's not my usual play style. But, you know, when you really think about it, a lot of people are spy mains, a lot of people are sniper mains, and that's like their thing. And they hate playing the scout class, or they hate playing the soldier class, or they hate playing heavy, or they refuse to play heavy or medic. So I just find it interesting that, you know, everyone kind of has their own ways of doing things, and, you know, not everyone is the same. Like, that was like one of the lessons that my dad taught me growing up, was he would always, you know, I'd get frustrated if I'm doing like a group project, or, you know, with teammates in sports or whatever, and things didn't go my way. And, you know, he would say, you know, son, put up your hand. And I'd put up my hand, and he's like, look at all your fingers. Not every one of them is the same, and they're not going to do all the same things. So you can't expect, you know, everyone to do everything exactly as you do it. And it's really the variety of life that makes life interesting. And like, that's really stuck with me. Like, I just keep thinking about that when I look at my hand, and I'm like, oh my god, like, look at my hand. And you know, I'm the weirdo who's in public and I just keep staring at my hand, like SpongeBob when he was expecting he got a handshake for Valentine's Day from Patrick. Great episode, great reference. Anyways, so, you know, if you've gone this far into the video and you're like, Puntastic, what the hell are you talking about? You're talking about your hand, you're talking about people being different. What the hell does this have to do with this gameplay here? I mean, just bringing it all back. It's like what I said at the beginning. It's really about changing things up and accepting that, and just being happy that you've changed things up. And so, like, you know, we got this result here on offense. We rolled them. You know, there were some hiccups. I wasn't hitting all my shots, and I was getting a little frustrated with it. But, you know, it's an experiential learning process. You know, oh, this is the way the direct hit feels, and next time I'm going to try aiming it a little bit more forward or a little bit more backwards, or I should probably wait till I get closer up. And, you know, one thing that I really did notice about this gameplay that I was really happy about, that I said I'd be working on in a lot of my, you know, soldier abilities, is not ammo conservation, but just waiting until I get into a battle with at least 3 shots in my rocket launcher loaded. Usually I'll just, like, beggar's bazooka, like one at a time, just rapid fire them. But, like, you can see that I'm being a little bit more patient now and waiting for at least 3 shots in my rocket, or 4 shots. And I think that's just because I've been playing with the black box a little bit more, and I can see the true power of having at least 3 shots loaded into my rocket launcher here. But yeah, let me know what you all kind of have been experimenting with. If there is a period of life, or in gaming or in TF2, that you've experimented with and it turned out to be something that you actually enjoyed. So with this, like, I think I will definitely be playing a lot more direct hit, and not just to destroy sentry guns, which is when I primarily equip it, but to actually play offensively, or to play defensively and actually do a lot of damage, and maybe use the buff banner, or maybe use the shotgun when I do run out of those 4 shots. But gameplay is coming to a close here. You know, I just kind of got a little bit crazy here, started not following my shots. I think that's the next thing in my progression, is not panicking when I get in these types of situations. Like, oh no, I'm below 100 health and I'm running out of shots and the enemy's coming and they're doing their big rush. I gotta get used to it here. Oh no. So yeah, one at a time. I'll focus on one at a time here. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the gameplay. Let me know what you think about the commentary here, and I will see you all next time.